Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land. Uh, hey, I'm Wendell. I'm talking to you a little bit about my business, about how things are going. This is going to be kind of a video telling you all the stuff I found. So if you like what you see, like my video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We got big goals here. We're trying to get to 10 subscribers, just 10. Some of the things that I went to the garage sales. I was not excited about the garage sales this weekend. I checked the paper. There were 5. Whopping 5. And 2 of them were out of town. We live in a town, and then there's some smaller towns, 15, 20 miles away. But 2 of those sales were in 2 different towns. One was a little bitty town just north of here. And it wasn't really in town. It was like between the 2 towns. And so it's out in the middle of nowhere, and it's the only garage sale out there. One of them was in Lone Grove, which is west of here. And, it takes time to get to those places, and there just wasn't a whole lot. There was nothing east, nothing that was south. And those 2 were out of town, but 3 of them were in town. But I always find a couple that are not listed anywhere, and then I go to those 2. I also checked Facebook. The only ones on Facebook that I saw were ones that were already in the paper, so they double it, which is smart. I mean, you go both places because some people look in one, some look in the other, so you go both places. But usually I find 1 or 2 in there. And then I map them out, and I see which one's going where, and I go to it. Well, there wasn't a whole lot. I mean, wasn't a whole lot. So I was thinking, okay, I'm not going to get a whole lot this week. Just not going to be a good week. So things aren't exactly what you always think they're going to be. I went to those 5, and then hit a couple others. I think I bought every one of them but 1. I bought something. Some of them only 1 item, some more. But anyway, I went to the first one, which was north of here, out in the middle of nowhere, and picked up. I looked through, didn't find a whole lot I was interested in, but thought, you know what? I'm here. I'm going to look at what's in the boxes. They haven't even gone through them, but they're in the boxes, sitting there for people to look at. A lot of the stuff was priced, and it was decent prices. It just wasn't stuff that I'm going to sell on eBay. If I wanted it for myself, would have been great. If I wanted it for like some of the clothes, if I had a little kid, it'd be great. But not a whole lot. But I looked in the boxes. They had holiday stuff. And I picked up I found a couple things that I've seen before and I've sold before. This one, Jingle Bell Rock Santa. I don't know if you can see that. But that one I've sold in the past. I sold it around Christmas for like $40. I figure I can put it on now for $30. If it doesn't sell before Christmas, I'll pump it up a little bit, maybe $40 or so. This is another one I've sold before. This one I want to say I got like 20 out of it. So the rocking Santa, he's got a rocking chair and he just rocks back and forth and sings to you. And then this one, I had never sold this one before, but I know Coca-Cola sells. I've checked the comps because I've never sold it before, and it doesn't. There's none have sold on eBay, and I always go by the sold because we'll talk about that in a little bit. But it plugs into your lights, and then this lights up, which is kind of cool. I think it will sell. I don't know for what yet, but we'll see. I'll do a little research on that one. That was first garage sale. Guess what I paid for it? All of it. I brought it up to the lady. I knew one of the women that worked there. That was working there. She's like the granddaughter, and I worked with her a couple summers ago. She's a college student that worked in a summer camp that I was helping with, and so I knew her. and we talked a little bit, but Grandma was one setting prices. None of this was priced. So I brought it up. I said, make me a deal. And Sam that I worked with, she said, give him a good deal, Grandma. He's a good guy. All right. So she was like an assistant in the class that I was teaching. But anyway, she said, how about $10 for all of it? I said, you got it. Whipped out $10. Boom, there it is. And we're good. I had to look for stuff, but you know what? I'm going to make, what? Probably, I would say, realistically, $70, let's say, for $10 and a little bit of time and effort. I don't know about you, that ain't bad. Next one I went to was one, I'm coming back into town, and I get into town, and then I see, I see this sign for a garage sale that's not listed. So I dropped by because, the next one is on the, we had one on the north of town, not even in town, north of town. The next two are on the south side of town. So I go to the south side of town. I'm headed that way. But right in the middle, there's a sign for a garage sale. So I hit over there. I picked up one thing, and I've sold this before. It's a Coleman bird finder thing. You plug the thing in, or you plug it in. You put batteries in it, and you put it's got little bird things on it that you pick out the bird you want, and it makes the sound of the bird, so you can identify what bird you have or whatever. I'm not really sure what it does, but it comes with this. And then when I sold the one before, it just came with this, and it had one card with it. It also has the original instruction books. It has earphones, so you can hear that. It comes with a handy dandy case. And this one, she asked $5. I said, would you do 3? She thought about it. And she finally said, yeah, I'll do 3. So I gave her $3. So that to me, that wasn't a bad deal there. Better check that pocket. Might have money, and I didn't do that yet. I'll put that back in there. I would show you how it works, but it worked yesterday when I tested it. Today, I won't mention my name, but I'll turn it on for you. I left it on all night. So I put it in my bag, and I guess I forgot to turn it off. So I guess I would have to get more. I'm going to have to take these batteries out before I ship it anyway. So anyway, I very least I would have had good batteries. All right. That was 2 yard sales. Then I go to the third one. This lady had stuff that was, let me see if I can find it. She had stuff that was priced, and it was a 2-day sale, and I didn't get there on Saturday or Friday. Got there on Saturday. But she had this old radio. I like old radios. It had Rare on it. And it works. Tested it out. Takes batteries, I think D batteries, or you can plug it in, either one. And I didn't try it out with batteries, but it works with a cord. And then I had this. This is the Bible on CD. And I've sold this before. It's called the Lister's Bible. I don't remember the price I got for it, but I remember it was pretty good. And she said, I want 25 for the radio, and I want what'd she say, 10 for the Bibles. I said, we do 20 for both. And she said, I need to sell it. So yeah. So there's some other radios over there. I said, yeah, they're priced more than what I want to spend on them. So, well, that's what I found they were worth. I said, well, what do you mean you found, where did you find where they're worth? She said, eBay. And I said, I don't think so. I said, I'm going to be honest, I sell things on eBay, and some of this stuff will go on eBay that I'm buying. I'm a reseller. But I don't think those go for that on eBay. At least when I've sold them before, they haven't. And one of them she had 50 on it. And it was an old radio. And I said, do you mind if I look on eBay? And I looked, and yeah, first one up, $50 on what they want for it. Go to sold items, 15, 20, in that range. And I show it to her. Oh, I didn't look at sold. I look at what they're asking us. But the thing is, I can put this radio on and put $1 million on it. Doesn't mean I'm selling it. Doesn't mean I'm doing anything with it. I put it on there for $1 million. It's not worth $1 million, even though I think it is, maybe. So they're asking that, but they're not getting that. I said, this is what they're getting, the price they're getting. So, well, I'll give it to you 15. I said, no, I'm doing this to make money. So I can't really buy it from you for 15 and sell it for 15. And it just doesn't work. I could do 5 for it. And she didn't want to do that. And there were a couple other radios, and I looked them up for her, and I told her, gave her a better idea what they were worth at least. And did her price change? I don't know. She didn't take it off there. But maybe she's a little more informed now. Or maybe she was informed before. I've read into that before. She's informed before, but she played dumb and see if she can make more money. We'll see. I don't know. But those were not for me to buy. I'm looking to make money, and if I can't make money on it, now if it was something I wanted because it was from my childhood, or something that I bought things that reminded me of my dad, or something like that, I bought for me, and I paid a better price for it than what I would pay if I were reselling it. Because that's stuff I'm putting up for me. And it's for me to look at, for me to remember something from my childhood or something from my kid's childhood. But it's not for me to resell. So I'm willing to pay for that because it makes me feel good. Not because I think that's what I should pay for it, to resell it. But anyway, maybe somebody will buy it that way. Maybe she can drop the price later on in the day. I don't know. Then I'm kind of old. I had to take a bathroom break. It was over by my daughter's house, so I stopped over there and went to the bathroom and then hit back in. I don't know why I buy coffee before I go. I went and got me a coffee. These days I rent coffee. I don't buy it because it ain't staying with me very long. So anyway, that's beside the point. Went and finished out my day. Go to one that's just down the street, except in Ardmore, it's kind of messed up streets. You can't go down every one of the streets. You got to go down here and go and then go back around and zigzag to get across. So anyway, I go, and it's less than a mile if you just went straight, but you can't go straight. So it was a little over a mile away. But I went to that one. It was also on the south side. Same street, just different side of the main street. But went over there, and I'm looking, I'm thinking, there was a game, and it didn't have a price on it, but it was an Office game. It's not new, but it's got everything in it. And I haven't sold this one in the past, but I've sold different ones, and I knew I could make my money on it, about $25 on this. But 20 or 25, I don't remember now. But anyway, oh goodness. Anyway, I was like, yeah, I don't know if the pieces are all there or anything. I don't know that I want to do this. I'm not going to really look at it. And she said, but I was looking at a Keurig, one of the smaller versions of a Keurig. There's the name there. But she said, I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to pack up. And I don't want to pack up. I'm ready for you to take it all. So anything you see over here, $1 or less. I said, what about these two? And she said, give me $2 or yours. All right. You know how much Keurig is? Look it up. It's a quarter or so. So I figure for $1 for this and $1 for the game, even if the game didn't have all the pieces, which it does, I'm still making out like a bandit, because then I can figure this is $2 and I still made money, because I would have bought this for $2. Probably would have bought it for $5, honestly. But bought that one. Let me find me a place to get to this one. Then go to the next one, and bought a puzzle. Not because this is a beautiful puzzle or anything like that. It's not new, I don't think. I don't remember. I don't think I even looked at it. Oh, that's new in the box. But I can make a few bucks off a puzzle. Let me look real quick, see if this has been sold. The reason I bought it, though, is I'm a softie. Don't tell anybody that. But I am a softie. It was the grandmother of one of my former students that she's at the middle school now. All right, anywhere from $8.88 to $12.83 with free shipping on that. $8.88 they paid shipping, but yeah, just average out, say $10. I'm gonna make $10 off of it. Not too bad for $1. And I didn't talk him down or anything. I just said, yeah, I'll do $1. But if it's my former student and she's talking to me and there's signs saying I can't remember, something about it's for a trip she's taken. Everything's sold to be going towards this. I can't help but to throw a few bucks at them. But on this one, I paid $1 for it, and then I gave her a $5 and said, keep it. It's for a good cause. So did that. Let's see. I picked up some more stuff, but I don't think I have it back here with me. There's Good Grips. It's for cookies. Asked $5, and I threw it in with a whole bunch of stuff and end up probably on average, I'd say $3 on this. I'm just looking at all the other stuff I bought. I don't know what I did with that. I think it's still in the truck, the rest of it. But anyway, did pretty good on this. Most of the stuff I'll make 5-6 times my money. That's what I like about the garage sales. I enjoy going. You never know what you're going to find. Even I had a bad attitude. I was like, there's 5 of them. And I had a bad attitude. I ain't going to make no money today. I'm going to find 2 or 3 things. Because usually about half the garage sales are worth me stopping. So 5, 2 or 3 garage sales. Pick up 1 or 2 things at each. I ain't going to have anything to list next week on eBay. But I got other stuff I need to do too. So I did way better than I thought, but I'm not done yet. I'm not even done. We have a once a month lunch with my dad's side of the family, and it's just a handful of people that show up. It's different every time, but I try to go to those just because some of my um, a lot of my uncles have died. I've still got one uncle on that side of the family that's still alive, and it's mostly their wives and my dad's sister. Um, and I enjoy spending a little bit of time with them, and so we go and we have a good time, and um, so I went to that one. Well, my mom was talking about, well, she told me, so look out when you see sales, because she knows I'm always looking for sales. So you see sales on clothes, tell me, because I need to get some new clothes. She's having some trouble. She's been having chemo and things like that. So her weight's fluctuating. So I need some clothes that fit me now. Because she said, I got a whole closet full of clothes that fit me 6 months ago. I need some clothes that fit me now. And so I said, well, today, shout out to the bargain lady. I don't shop a lot there because it's mostly women's stuff. But and my cross-dressing days are over. So I hope. I did do a little cross-dressing for a couple of plays at school and stuff like that as a teacher. But I get a good kick out of a lot of people laugh. I had a lady almost spit out her false teeth because she was laughing so hard because I just make such a sexy woman. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But anyway, I don't think I'm going to be cross-dressing, so I'm not out looking for women's clothes. So I don't go in there unless my wife gets me stuck in there, or my daughter, or my mom this time. But they're having a big sale, and what they've done is everything that didn't sell, it's a consignment store, they have for $2 or less, and they do it like a yard sale type thing. They have it set up on the lady's property, and it's out of town. And she said, where is it? And I tried to explain. She said, I don't think I'll find it. I said, go with me. And we ended up taking her car. And so I take her out there. And she did find, I don't remember, 4 or 5 pair of pants that she was looking for, and a couple tops, things like that. She said, I would have spent a lot of money if it wasn't here. And she ended up spending $8 plus tax. So they do a lot of good things with it. They donate it to kids, and like if you're one of the people that's got foster kids, she'll give you a heck of a deal out at that sale. Just got to let her know. She knew me as being a teacher, and she thought I was looking for kids' clothes, and I said, no, I'm just looking for my wife's. She said, well, if you ever are, let me know. And because like sometimes I have in the past bought clothes for some of my kids because their parents couldn't or chose not to. So I have bought them clothes, and some, it's not just me. I mean, a lot of the teachers, we went together and bought this kid last year some clothes because he needed them. And we do these things. And so anyway, not patting myself on the back or anything. It just, that happened. So she thought I was looking for that. I said, no, my mom's looking for clothes. And we looked around. They had probably 30 tables set up like a flea market or a garage sale kind of thing. They probably had 30 tables on the property. And we went and we looked and we found her some clothes. And she was very happy about that. And then we went. She said, I saw a couple garage sales. You want to stop? I said, if you want. I said, they weren't on my list. That they didn't advertise. So if you want, we can, but you don't have to for me. I've bought more than my share today. And so we stopped at the first one. And I just had that. Oh, I buried it. All right. It's a meat thermometer. It's dusty. It's been the garage, I think, but it's brand new in the package. And I asked how much it was, and she said, well, I have to ask my husband. I don't know. Well, my husband said, that's not mine. And it was his mom's, I think. She said, oh, that was mine. Yeah. How about $2? You got it, $2. My mom said, why'd you buy that for? And I said, because I'll sell it. And she said, what? we're back in the car by then. She bought some things, and she found her some good deals for personal use. But I said, let's get out of the trees, and I'll tell you how much it's worth. Get out of the trees. I can sell it for 20. So plus shipping on eBay. It's not listed on Amazon that I found. I'll look again. But when I just checked eBay, $20 plus shipping, and she's like, "Really? How'd you know that?" I said, "Because I've sold similar ones, not the same name. This one's an Oregon Scientific. I've sold different ones, but you kind of get to know what will sell, and anything new in the package I look at because." At a garage sale, because if it does sell on Amazon, I'll clean it up and I'll send it in if I can. But then went to another place. It's not a flea market or a garage sale kind of thing. It's a guy that does storage units, and he has his own little shop. He's open just Saturdays, and he sells a lot of stuff. But I've run into him at storage units before when I was doing that here, and he has quite a bit of stuff in there. And he told me, you know where I get this stuff. I'll make you a deal. And it was hot. He'd already turned off the fans. He's about to go home. I did not dig into his shop very much. I went to the front room. There's a back room. I went in there. It was like a sauna. I'll look on a cooler day, or I'll look when you got the fans going. He said, yeah, it's a lot cooler back there when the fans are going. But we just stopped in there real quick, and we looked in the front room is all we looked at. And she bought, I don't know, $10 worth of stuff. And I will go back because I now know whose it is. And it hasn't been open very long. But he said between him and his wife, they think they can keep it open every Saturday. And they'll sell it. They'll stay open at, I think, 8. They'll stay open as long as they can stay cool. I said, well, if it was like early in the week, about 10 o'clock is when I'll be shutting down. But, I can go in there and I can work with him on prices because I know what he's getting it for. It's cheap at the thing. And if I take a whole bunch of it, that's a good source for me too. But that was my flea market, my garage selling day. Had a good time, enjoyed it, and hope you do too. If you like doing this stuff, it's a great way to get some steps in, and it's a good way to make a few bucks. I figure if I can exercise and get paid for it, that's all the better. But that's about all I got. I got to get some of this stuff listed. Can't make money by setting in a box in here. Got to get it listed and get it on eBay or Amazon or whatever I'm putting it on. But I'll talk to you later. Hope this was helpful for you. Hope it gives you the enthusiasm that you want to do it too. And for now, I'm out of here. Have a good one.